Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the latest episode of Blues Over Booze. Tonight we will be reviewing a rather disappointing, albeit pointless, defeat in the EFL Trophy away at Stevenage on Tuesday night, and then also a fantastic win back in the league yesterday away at Bury. So.
Welcome back,
Shane.
Over
to you. Oh yeah, and welcome back, Shane as well. Yes.
Yeah, the eye candy is back.
Yeah. So anyway,
right, so tell me how bad it was on Tuesday. Then come on.
Cool. Dire, wasn't it?
It's
probably the worst
was.
game I've seen. I wrote my program notes for the other game. The game coming up, saying it's the worst game I've seen.
Yeah, I mean, I
started supporting. I think.
Yeah.
Effort from the first whistle, wasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, we all say that every now and then, like when there's a really bad game. Oh God, it's the worst performance I've seen in like 30 years or whatever. But it really was. It was that bad. And the annoying thing is, despite all the changes that we made, and obviously it was a meaningless game, and yet in the pub beforehand, I actually said, didn't I, that when you look at that team, I'm actually quite chuffed with that team. Obviously, there were quite a few changes we had to make anyway, but I was like, that's actually not a bad team. I wouldn't be too gutted if we actually put that team out in the league game. Yeah. But honestly, every single player, and I do mean every single one of them, I think was abysmal. Absolutely abysmal.
Only one I think come out.
For what reason?
Just Jack Bridge.
For what reason? Not interested? Didn't want to be there? Would rather be somewhere else?
Yeah, I mean, even the likes of White and Barrett just didn't really look interested, and White especially. It was just like strolling around and just didn't.
Every ball out of play, wasn't it? Every pass was out of play.
Didn't seem
Johnny White.
Yeah. Didn't seem bothered, but I actually thought genuinely that our best player was Simon Cox, and he came off after 9 minutes. But I did think he showed a few bits of quality before then.
But right from the first whistle, nobody looked up for it, did they, at all?
No,
it looked like a dead game from the start.
Yeah.
To be there.
I mean, I know. Yeah, obviously we shouldn't focus too much on it because obviously, it was a meaningless game. We still won the group anyway. Although, as it turned out. If Leighton Orient had actually beaten Brighton, then we would have finished second in the group without defeat. They would have overtaken us because obviously our goal difference took a massive hammering. But as it turned out, it was a meaningless game. We lost 4-0, but we still won the group anyway. So,
what is it now with Ted Smith? What is it? 10 games, 30 goals conceded.
It's got to be something like that, isn't it? I mean, it is. I think he's only had one clean sheet, hasn't he?
And when none of us are big, you and me are not big Oxley fans.
Mm. Yeah, I mean, I just think you got to feel sorry for Ted Smith though, because I couldn't really blame him for any of the goals that he's ever conceded for us.
But the record book will show.
I can't really remember him even making a save. He's had no chance to win the goal.
No, he always gets thrown in at the deep end. Like we play him in games where we like to get hammered, and we do. And it is a shame, but it's not going to help his it's not going to help his
confidence.
Yeah, confidence.
Normally, if the goalkeeper comes in, they make it an early save, don't they? Boost their confidence up a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he's had no chance at all to make a save, really.
Yeah, but Chris Hart just asked in there if we should keep the same starting formation for Saturday's Bradford. Well, we haven't mentioned Bury yet. Obviously, we've just been discussing the shocking. And it really was shocking display and at Stevenage on Tuesday. But obviously yesterday was totally different. That was essentially our strongest team, wasn't it? You could argue, Dimitri would
That'd
play.
be one change, wouldn't it? Dimitri will come in next week.
The only other one, obviously, Wordsworth was missing as well. Timlin did well, but then personally, I would keep Timlin alongside Wordsworth.
It's interesting to see him play the left-hand side.
I'm going to say you're not going to get Wordsworth out, are you?
No. Out of all of them, I would leave out what's his name, Atkinson.
I thought Atkinson played well yesterday. I thought he'd done all the hard work yesterday. He covered every blade of grass right now.
Yeah, but he's no Wordsworth or Timlin, is he? Let's face it.
No, but I think it would be unfair to drop him to put Wordsworth back in.
And yes, it is a root. It is a root all cushion. And in fact, there are several of them here. All self-related. You can't see the other one because Shane's fat arse, isn't it? There we go. And there's another one behind Scott as well, a little one.
Is there?
Yeah, just in case anyone wasn't aware who I support. So,
But would you take
but anyway.
Atkinson?
Say that again.
Atkinson, if you have him, Tim, and Leonard in there as a 3, as a 4, that's a great work rate, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
In the whole lot, I think that's what you need in this division.
Yeah. Well, Timlin and Wordsworth, as you know, I'm not Tippy Toe's biggest fan. I think he gets lazy after about an hour. He's had enough and just thinks he's done enough. Timlin will keep going for 90 minutes. Atkinson will keep going for 90 minutes.
Yeah, well,
it would be unfair on anybody yesterday to put if you put Wordsworth straight back in that team.
Well, yeah, you could say that based on yesterday, and yes, I agree. As Kevin says as well, yeah, you never change a winning team. And Brown, Brown normally, well, no, Brown doesn't, does he? He keeps the same team, the same formation until we lose, and then he completely messes it all up again. Yeah. But at the same time, if this had been after the franchise game, there's no way in a million years you would leave out Wordsworth. So, yeah, maybe start with the same team next week. But I mean, at the end of the day, Wordsworth is going to get back in the team at some point. And I know what everyone says about Atkinson. Yeah, he works really hard while Wordsworth is lazy, blah, blah, blah. But at the end of the day, if you have to pick 2 out of Wordsworth, Timlin and Atkinson, it's hard to choose Atkinson, really. Let's be honest.
One thing I think lets Wordsworth down is his discipline. I think he chips away at referees all game, doesn't he? It's his dissent that's got him...
If you take Atkinson out and you play Timlin and Wordsworth, you're playing left-sided players. They're both left-footed. Atkinson is right-footed, so Atkinson can play the wide role, can't he?
But Timlin was playing wide yesterday anyway.
He was playing from the middle, wasn't he? He wasn't playing wide, was he? Atkinson was more wide.
Second half, wasn't
it? Second half he was playing wide, which is part of the reason why I was saying that as well, keep Timlin in. I mean, it is tough because, I mean, I love Timlin. He's an absolute legend, and especially after Stevenage 2 years ago. You know, I mean, he's just the greatest, in my opinion. No one gives more than him. And yeah, I was very disappointed that he played so few games last season. But
the revelation for me yesterday was McLaughlin. Played him on the wrong side, and he looked well
better, didn't he?
Yeah, his confidence suddenly went up, as you see with the goal at the end, which I don't think the television actually does it real justice.
No, I don't think it does actually. Yeah. Well, although. The one thing that I did think, 3 points off 5th and 6th as well.
6 points off the bottom.
Yeah, because obviously Peterborough won today. It was 2 points yesterday. But yeah, I think one thing that looks pretty clear on the TV, it was never a penalty for Bury in a million years.
Well, I don't think it was. Claire seems to think thinks it was.
Really?
Yeah, she thinks it was. The radio were adamant it was a penalty.
Yeah, so Claire, tell us, why do you think it was a penalty?
Yeah, she's still down there.
Do you think it was a penalty?
No, I thought it was very, very soft from over there.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't at the time, but then
the only thing you say it's a penalty for is because Coker's got hold of his left arm slightly as he's.
Yeah, but I mean, for God's sake,
it was Vaughan that went down, wasn't it? Was it Vaughan?
Yeah. I can't remember. Vaughan
two different
scored
names.
the penalty.
There was one on the telly, and there was one in the paper today as well. But it was different players.
If it was Vaughan, the size of him.
No, it wasn't Vaughan.
It weren't.
No, it was the other one. Can't think what his name is, but it wasn't. It was another one. It wasn't Vaughan.
But anyway, the bloke that went down was bigger built than Coker, and if that pulled him down.
But didn't you think the one a little while after that was more blatant penalty?
I don't really remember it. I know. I remember at the time you all saying it. I think that was more blatant. I don't think I really noticed that one.
Hello, Rach. Are you still in Vegas or are you back? Let us know.
Yeah. Hope it's hope the honeymoon's going well, and that you haven't tried to push James off Grand Canyon or anything like that.
One thing not mentioned tonight: Richard Branson. The Virgin Trains. Apparently, Mr. Brown's been raving about.
Oh yeah, I didn't actually bother reading reading the article, but because I sort of got the gist of it from the comments about it. But
Brown was out in Manchester last
night.
Brown in. There you go.
You wanted him out last week.
Yeah. See, even Phil Brown wants himself in now, whereas previously he wanted himself out. So there you go. Next week he'd be wanting to shake it all about, probably. But anyway,
can we make the playoffs, lads? This is the thing now.
Well,
can we make the playoffs? Yes. Can we still be relegated? Yes.
Yeah, it's whatever team turns up, isn't it, or whatever players will keep.
The next 2 games. If we get, I would like 4 points out of the next 2 games.
I would take work
3.
Actually.
I would never take less than 6.
Well, 2 home games coming up.
Yeah, but obviously I don't expect to get 6. It's hard to say. I mean, at the start of the season, and even when we were having a bad run, I still believe that we could make the playoffs. Obviously, we've mentioned plenty of times about Barnsley, what they did last season, but also this season, Rochdale down the bottom. Sheffield United as well. They were bottom after a few games. We won 3-0 at their place. And yet, look at them now. They're on the verge of the top 2. So, as Matt says there, when you look at how Northampton battered us early in the season as well, the fact that
it's a start of the season.
Yeah, and they had a great start. We had an awful start, and we're 2 points behind them.
I mean, Colchester fans were top after 4 games.
Oh God, how funny is that? They're 1 point. And I mean, I was gutted that Leighton Orient won, obviously, but you've got to look at the bigger picture. 1 place and 1 point above the relegation zone. It's so funny. Sorry, Gary. Yeah, we are discussing playoffs and relegation in November. But who was asked the question? Oh, it was you, wasn't it? Yeah. Shut up, Scott. Yeah, we've got months ago.
It was an open question.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, anything can happen with us. I think I'm right in saying we've actually got the same number of points now that we had the same time last season. Last season we spent a large part of the season on the verge of the playoffs, but never actually made it. Who knows? I think this season we've definitely got a higher quality first 11, but the squad is a worry. In fact, I actually read from the other day Phil Brown saying that he actually said to Ron in the summer that he wanted to. Liam Gallagher present might be a big seam. I'll go for Noel personally, but anyway. Phil Brown said to Ron that he wanted to have a smaller squad but more quality this season, and straight away that rang alarm bells. That just made me think of Wickham. That worked for them, didn't it? I mean, look at them. It's all very well, but we've seen what happens when we don't have our best team out. I've not heard that story, Alan. I don't know. Were you involved? Were you the victim? I know you like to get your backside out in public. I don't know. Not a lot we can say about that. Right. So anyway, Chris wants to know, where do you think we will end up in 2016? What, at the end of this year?
I'll let you that one. Just to shut you up for 2 minutes, give us all a chance. It's all dependent on who stays fit and who gets injured, Chris. That's the bottom line.
Exactly.
Rangers never going to be fit 100%. He can't be, because he doesn't play enough games to be that.
But hopefully he will play enough games.
Play, but I don't think he will. I think he'll get 4 or 5 out of him and then he'll go off injured again. That's my opinion. I think Ferdinand at the back that's the big one. You've got to keep him fit.
Yeah, absolutely.
100% fit. That's the big one. If you can keep your defence tight, which Brown loves, as we all know, you've got a chance. If Ranger doesn't play all the games, Cox doesn't play, although he'll be on the pitch, he doesn't look the same player when Ranger's not there.
Yeah, absolutely.
My own opinion, I think you should start looking for strikers. Someone who keeps being mentioned to me is the boy Akindi at Barnet. Whether you could get him or not, I don't know. He's a big lump. He's physical. He's Ranger-esque.
Yeah.
Rangers like him, whichever way you want to look at it. That would be my opinion. If you get somebody like that in, who can fill in when Rangers not going to play.
But that's the problem, though, isn't it? You've got to get someone like that. But they are only going to be playing when Ranger isn't playing.
Unless they come in and banging in goals left, right and centre.
And then you're going to leave out Ranger. Well, you can't do that.
You've got a competition.
Yeah, I know, but it is a tough one.
At the moment, we rely solely on Ranger. When Ranger plays, we look a different style.
I agree totally.
We know that.
If we have exactly the same starting 11 as yesterday, you just take out that one player, replace Ranger with Fortuné, and we're a totally different team. And as you said, Cox as well. He looks so much better alongside Ranger. Ranger just brings out the best in him.
He seems to work as well. When he's out there with somebody else, he seems to think it's giving up already.
Probably because he's got somebody who's more on his wavelength.
Yeah.
Somebody who's played at a higher level. He's probably, I know Ranger, his feet are not as quick as his brain probably, but he has played at a higher level as Cox has. That's what I would. That would be my answer, Chris. I think if you can keep Ranger and Cox on the pitch, there's a very good chance of the playoffs. You'd have to say that because they're two of the better strikers.
Yeah, but that goes back to the problem again. If you're looking to sign a decent striker, but then they know that they're only going to basically be Rangers' backup, then it's a toughie, isn't it? I agree. We need to have that competition.
If we go from here to Christmas now, and Ranger doesn't score another goal, and he's playing but he's not scoring, and you bring a striker.
I know. Well,
you can't. You know, if Ranger scores another 7 goals between now and Christmas, which I hope he does, but I can't see if he does, then maybe your point is right. But if he doesn't, you've always got to be looking to improve. Haven't you? You've got that competition. Who is Rangers' competition at the moment? Mooney?
He hasn't got any. It's Fortuné, but it's not, because we all know Fortuné is only going to play when Rangers injured. The trouble is, if we did bring in another quality striker, and we're paying them loads of money, as we offered for Jay Simpson, and they're just sitting on the bench while Rangers playing, and I mean, he always looks at a class above everyone, I think. If we have got this other player on the bench, they get a few chances, they score a few goals. You know exactly what's going to happen. Brown is going to change the formation to fit them all in, and then we will plummet down the league. And that's my concern, because everything's going great at the moment, but at the end of the day, we're only ever 90 odd minutes away from Brown completely going mental and changing everything again and ruining all our momentum. That's what that's my concern.
Yes, Scott, you can get worded now. He's gone quiet. Try, mate. Go on.
What about where we end up? 2016. I think we'll be top 8. I reckon by the start of the new year.
With the players out there at the moment, or
no, without with the whole squad. I think.
It is.
Yeah, I think on the whole, if you make 1 or 2 changes, I think we're strong enough. Whoever goes out there, with or without Ranger.
Yeah. Well, Matt's just saying about the penalty. We did discuss that a minute ago, actually. I thought it was never... Yeah, I think all 3 of us said, didn't we? Never a penalty in a million years. No. But apparently they said on the radio that it was on BBC.
Yes, we were saying, Shane, where they were sitting was...
miles away. They were on the halfway line. I can't see who can see through all the players to see what was going on.
Yeah.
Unless they've got cameras up there and they can see replays.
Yeah, I mean, we were right behind that goal. But obviously, as a ref, Matt, what did you think? Give us your professional opinion.
If you see it, Matt, just now, do you think that Coker was pulling on his left arm? Or is that just me looking at it wrongly? Just let us know what you think.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't really notice that at all. I mean, it just looked pathetic. So, but even if he was pulling on it.
So we have.
Well, we were basically saying it's definitely not a penalty as far as we're concerned, but we want your opinion as an expert referee.
And was Coker holding on to his left arm like it looks like on the telly, or is that my imagination?
Yeah.
But that goes, every player does that. That goes on every single box in every game in the country, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Exactly. No. In response to Andrew, you obviously weren't listening right at the start, because when we were discussing the Stevenage game, I thought White was possibly the worst player of the lot, and they were all abysmal. But White was, sorry, John, I love you, but you were an absolute embarrassment and a disgrace on Tuesday night. He was just strolling around like he just didn't seem interested, and on that.
Yesterday?
Yesterday was totally different, but that's not the point.
Dimitri was in League One Team of the Year last year. He got
Andy, I'm with you. I think defensively, White's a better prospect. Maybe he is getting a little bit long in the tooth now. I'm not sure. I like Dimitri. I mean, Scott asked me last week, do I actually like any of the players? Yeah, the 2 I do are Thompson, because I think Thompson's one of the few players that is improving game on game. And Ranger. Apart from that, I can pick holes in all of them, which I'm very good at.
Yes,
obviously never having played professional football, but I can sit here and I've never lost a game. But I think Dimitri's good going forward. I just think defensively, if Thompson or Leonard are not switched on, when he goes forward, there's a big hole in behind him.
Just about caught Chris's comment there and Gary's. I've forgotten them already.
What's the one before?
I can't remember. I don't think we've got a way of scrolling up. We'll have to read them later. yeah, unfortunately, we can only see one comment at a time, and then they disappear. But I do like Alan's idea, though. I have got a paddling pool in the back garden, quite a big one. I'm not sure I've got enough baked beans, but I know you know a few birds, Alan. Use the word birds in the loosest possible sense. But anyway, we're getting off topic here. This is supposed to be blues over booze.
Yes.
So, where were we?
So we were talking about Dimitri.
Yeah, I think it's got to be Dimitri all day long. He is quality, and I agree. I agree that defensively he's maybe not quite as good as he is going forward, which is the way with a lot of modern day fullbacks, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
And you'd probably say the same about Coke as well, but booze over boobs, I like that. Yeah.
You're looking at him, baby. You're looking at him.
Didn't think I saw a ball.
Oh, shit. Right, well, there you go. Matt didn't think it was a penalty, and he is a ref. So there we go. So
yeah, we know what refs are like, don't we? Yeah, we've seen enough of them this year.
Well, yeah, but yeah, it's a shame you weren't reffing yesterday, Matt. Then because that was shocking. But incidentally, that's now 3 away games that we've won all this season, and all 3 of them have been by 3 clear goals, which is a bit weird. So obviously we had the 2-3-0 wins at Sheffield United and franchise, and then 4-1 yesterday.
Well, here's one for you, Scott. If I can shut him up for 2 seconds.
Right.
If in January you could get rid of any of our players for money, who would you be prepared to let go?
For money or off the wage bill?
Money, transfer fee.
Yeah,
off the wage bill.
It's nothing. We've still got
off the wage bill is easy, but
yeah, we've still got to pay players to replace them.
Club X comes in for Coca, would you take money for him and let him go?
No, because I saw Cipriano the other night and I think we've got no way to replace him yet.
Yeah.
So, any player to let go?
Just asking you a question.
Possibly.
Would
Leonard.
you take money for Timlin?
No, Leonard. I'll take money for Leonard.
You take money for Leonard and let him go?
Brown wouldn't sell him. That would be selling his right leg or something, wouldn't it?
As much as I love Leonard, I just think.
You've got to remember, the wage bill is quite big at the moment, isn't it? If you think about it, with what we're paying out for players or paying them wages, it's got to be cut down somewhere. If he wants to bring more players in January, if we won that match at Millwall, you've got a home tie against Braintree next round of cup, which is it's a winnable game without a shot, and a decent crowd, so you've got decent money for that, and you're in the 3rd round of the cup.
Yeah,
that would have been that would. I know it's irrelevant, but that would have been good. But now Brown's got to go to Ron and say, I want this player or that player.
Yeah, but now we need to get to Wembley in the EFL Trophy.
Right, if you want players, you've got to get rid of some. Not just get them off the wage bill, but get money for some.
Would Ron rather us be saying a playoff position or in the 3rd round of the cup?
Playoff position all day long.
Yeah, definitely.
I know it's a big payout for the day and the club and that, but in the long term, the season of Championship again would be.
Yeah, that would be massive. And you said, obviously, we all know Coca was turned down a couple of deals for Coca at Reading in the summer. But yeah, I mean, you said, I think it was you, was it? Someone said anyway recently that apparently Swansea were, was it Swansea who've been sniffing around him and some other team as well? Oh God, yeah. I mean, as much as I wouldn't like him to go there, but I did say at the time, actually, I'll be quite happy because bring in as long as we do get decent money for him, because bring in Cipriano. But then again, Cipriano also absolutely shocking on Tuesday. I mean, maybe we should just write off Tuesday because everyone was bad. John White was awful. Barrett was awful. But at the same time, it was
you can't just write that off. I'm sorry, you can't. They're professional footballers. They're being paid a wage.
And that's the point. Which is why my opinion of White, Cipriano, all these players
but when you say about Cipriano, what his defending was bad, or his distribution?
He's fallen over, wasn't he? He was slipping. His touch was miscontrolling, heavy touches.
Because he came to us as a winger, not a left back, didn't he?
Yeah.
You're trying to convert a kid into a left back now, which if Brown can't do it, nobody, because he did play there, didn't he? So if you can't teach him how to be a full back, then
he didn't play left back in all the youth teams though. I think he has played left back in most.
Yeah,
he come to us
but playing in the youth team, playing in the first team,
it's different.
But that's like Kane Ferdinand. He was a defender, wasn't he? And then he for the youth team, and then became a midfielder for the first team.
Yes, we do know how much for Payne, Chris. Or we know it's 400,000 plus add-ons. That's where it's at. That was the official word.
I don't think we've got a figure for Bentley's yet, have we?
Bentley's is going to be sorted out in January by Ron. So pardon my French, but he'll fuck it up as Ron always does. But that's what's happening.
Yeah.
Kavanagh was dealing with it while he was here, but then when Kavanagh said he was going, Ron took it off him and took it. Is going to deal with it himself. So you can imagine what Ron is going to be like, can't you?
Yeah. So.
But yeah, I thought the money for Payne was very good.
I disagree. Yeah, I mean, you can say that, but at the same time, even teams in our division, if we were, for example, Sheffield United, there's no way in a million years they would have lost a player like that for 400 grand. It would be more like 4 million. Half a Curly Whirly. That's rather generous there, but welcome back, Matt. I didn't even know you'd gone.
Talking about players about getting rid of and free up space. One person I'd first ship out is Adam King back to Swansea.
Oh God, yeah.
To get room for maybe another loanee.
Another one. Absolutely embarrassing on Tuesday. He really was.
Positional sense, everything, wasn't it?
Yeah, as far as I'm concerned, he's given us nothing in the whole time he's been with us. He hasn't played that much recently, but he's given us nothing.
Jack Bridge looked head and shoulders above.
I would definitely pick Bridge over King any day.
So Brown likes his academy players from the Premier League, doesn't he? Whether it's for
but that's because he doesn't know the lower leagues. At the end of the day, that's all he knows, isn't it? And so.
Well, he's nurtured Sam McQueen into a Premier League player now, hasn't he, Phil Brown?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I was surprised because I didn't think, despite his 2 goals, I didn't
every
think
week,
was all that
Chris
with
asks.
Oxley or Ted.
Oxley all day long.
I suppose. Well, I don't know about all day long, but I suppose it's got to be Oxley because
it is the cup game. You're talking about here.
Oxley in the cup.
I guess it depends. Well, I'd say it'll depend on how the league games before then go. I think
the other night he wasn't a play. Brown did say he wasn't a play Oxley against Stevenage, wasn't he? He did say if he wasn't injured, he would have played him.
Did
he wanted to rest Thompson for that game.
All right.
Brown talks more shit than a cow shed after.
Yeah, but I think it does depend on how the other league games go. I think if we keep playing the same team and continue winning our remaining league games up to that, he's got to make some changes.
Say Oxley got injured early on Saturday, would you be comfortable with Ted taking over? Would you have a problem with it? Would you not feel comfortable?
It's hard to say because I'm still not comfortable with Oxley.
No, nor am I.
So
I'm just as a.
I think Ted is a better keeper, but I think his confidence is going to be
shattered.
Yeah, absolutely shattered because every time we pick him, through no fault of his own, we only pick him for games when we concede 3 or 4.
Either that or his back's going to give out, keep bending over, pick the ball out.
Yeah.
Even with the ball's played, but I think Oxley's great with his feet. He's got good clearance on him.
Yeah, but he puts in the touch a lot of the bloody time, doesn't he?
Yeah. I even with Ted Smith, I don't think he's comfortable on the ball either. The ball that played back to him, I don't feel confident he's going to do anything with it.
But I'm still not convinced.
But maybe it's
far from convinced about Oxley, and
I'll say to you, Shane. Yeah. What would make you change your opinion on Brown? If you got us to the Championship, would you start liking him?
No.
Or would you? You wouldn't.
No. I maintain Phil Brown has one interest in life, apart from chasing 21-year-old blondes, allegedly.
Well, we all like that.
Is his Phil Brown's whole life is Phil Brown. That's it. I don't believe he knows a good player if it came up and slapped him on the head. I think the whole system he has round him is wrong. I just think tactically half the time, well not half the time, 99% of the time, he has no plan B if things don't go the way they should do. It's 46 games now since we've come from behind to win a game of football.
To win. I was going to say
from a losing position to win a game. 46 matches. We've drawn 4.
Honestly, Chris, we're not here just for your benefit. Honestly, we basically said. I still maintain we got up. I can't even remember what we got
promoted, not because of him, but in spite of him. That's my opinion.
Yeah.
I personally think. I think his reputation is greater than what he is. I think he's a bit like the boy Sherwood who's just gone to Swindon. If their managerial skills were as good as their ego, They'd be brilliant.
But he's not. Sim Sherwood has not gone there as manager though. He's picking the team. He's making the signings. He's taking training, but apparently he's not their manager.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, but
he will be soon now. I bet you wait.
Yeah, but one thing you always say about Phil Brown is that he's a lucky manager, and I do agree that that he is lucky in the sense that that. We've all talked about how he constantly changes the team and the formation, and every so often he just gets lucky. I think that's basically it.
But then the argument always is you make your own luck.
Yeah, but the thing is, the
thing is, Scott, if you chuck enough hands in a pot of apples, eventually you'll bring more than one out, won't you? It's just pure luck.
Where is Andrew's book?
Only for a small fee, Mr. Leader. We don't do anything for nothing here. We want money.
Yeah, good point. Yeah. We're not doing sponsorship for free. Yeah. It's going to cost you at least 3 beers at the next at the next match if you want some free advertising. So thanks for that. I can't believe I needed that for free.
So you're gonna let's get back to the team as it stands at the moment. So you're going to send King back straight away. We'd all said that. I can't understand why. He's like the boy we had from Arsenal last year, wasn't he? Greg Kamara.
Yeah.
Another one.
Yeah.
Why does Brown keep bringing these players in when they patently can't play at this level?
Yeah.
I don't doubt they're very skillful and they're talented. They wouldn't be where they are if they weren't.
He scored goals for Crew, didn't he, last year? They were struggling. But he's looked out of his depth in Arsenal, I think.
Absolutely.
Yeah. But just going back to the formations, I think it's become clear that basically, no matter what formation he plays, we are better at 4-4-2. We occasionally have spells where we're doing really well with a different formation, but essentially we're better with 4-4-2.
I think 4-4-2 suits everybody.
Yeah.
Players understand it. Fans understand it.
It's not too complicated, is it?
It's not. Football's a simple game.
Yeah. Well, in League Two,
unless you're John Stones trying to pass it. I think you're bloody Rio Ferdinand or something.
At the end of the League Two season, when we had those 7 wins in a row, 8 clean sheets in a row, they were all 4-4-2. And then away at Morecambe, when we lost League One and ended up back in the playoffs again, that was when he changed it again, didn't he?
But that gave us the best day of our life losing that game, didn't it?
Oh yeah, of course he did, but we didn't know that at the time.
Positive side.
And that's as much as I hate to say it, because he was the one player I've been most gutted about in my entire life that left. At the time, I did kind of think Jack Payne going might possibly in the long term be a good thing, because we are always changing the team to play him, because playing him in the number 10, which is his best position. Now we can go back to playing the normal 4-4-2 again.
Generally speaking, he didn't really achieve a great deal with us, did he?
Well, no, but he was quality. He scored lots of goals.
Quality. Nothing wrong as a quality player, but
he got Brown out of a hole on more than one occasion.
Yeah, to me, he was just Freddie Eastwood reincarnated, even though Eastwood isn't dead. And obviously Eastwood is like twice his height and a striker. But you know what I mean? The way he plays, the way.
I don't know what you're talking about. Are you a twat?
The way he plays and the goals he scores.
It's like saying Wordsworth is like Eden Hazard. Oh yeah, you said that as well, didn't you, dickhead?
I didn't say they played similar. You know what I was saying. I was talking about laziness. But anyway, but it's true. When you actually look at the goals that Payne scores, they were so similar to a lot of Eastwood's goals, and not just the goals as well, but his movement and touch a lot of the time and stuff. Do you not think? Well, then you clearly need to go on YouTube and search for Jack Payne goals, because I mean he's certainly the one player who no other player has excited me as much since Eastwood. Well, that's since then. I did against franchise.
I think potentially Ranger
anyway.
he'll turn into a
Tell you what, franchise have no manager.
Yeah, and they're now in the relegation zone. So
the job tempts Mr. Brown
then? No. I would hope not. At the end of the day, as I've always said, I don't
with
think
money in a nice stadium.
Yeah, but as I've always said, I don't think Brown would ever leave us until he's actually achieved something, because all he's interested in, we all know this, all he's interested in is improving his CV. And he's not going to improve his CV if he leaves us.
If he manages to get us into the Championship, I think that'd be almost as big as getting a Hull into the Premier League. from where we were
Yeah.
in League Two.
Yeah, I agree almost, because I think that was a big achievement, and the fact that the fact that we've done it.
So it might be a while yet, Shane.
Yeah. So
What would it take you, Darren, to do a Blues Over Booze wearing an MK Don shirt?
Phil Brown,
I don't know.
manager.
I don't know. Either a hell of a lot of booze, so I didn't know what I was doing.
So that'll be about 2 pints of the JD and Coke then.
Yeah, or I don't know, a lot of money.
Right, more serious issues now. Scott asked last week, do I actually like any of our players? I've answered that once. Yes, 2 of them at the moment. Ferdinand, possibly. Let's go through them. McLaughlin, the only winger until yesterday who never takes a fullback on, but he did yesterday because he swapped sides and looked a much better player, looked more comfortable, looked more confident.
Gower-esque almost.
Who? Yeah. Atkinson, the crab as I like to call him, sideways and backwards, but yesterday he covered a lot of ground. Timlin is Timlin. Timlin will always give you 100%. I think he pisses half the players off because he never stops rabbiting their ear rolls. A bit like Darren sitting here. Really?
Maybe we should invite Timlin along for...
Good left foot, good going forward, lazy. Gets lazy. As the game wears on, he just don't want to do anything.
Yeah, obviously.
Who else we got? Who have I missed out? McGlashan. Oh dear, no thank you. Barrett. Sorry, Adam. I think you're done. Basically, stick a fork in you. You're done. As much as it pains me to say it, I do think that. I think you will. I'll be very surprised to see you in the first team again, in a competitive, proper match. Who else we got? Where else have we got?
Coca.
Oh no. Coca's, as I've told you before, Coca hides.
You think he flatters to deceive?
Yes, very much so. Yep. Step over. Get the ball in the bloody box. That's what you're there to do, not big fancy step overs.
I do think. I still think his quality though, both at the back and going forward, and he has set up a lot of goals.
Cox looks better with Ranger alongside him. Suddenly wants to put the effort in. Why can't do it when Ranger's not there? You'd have to ask him. I don't know.
He did for 9 minutes on Tuesday.
He looks
more than anyone else.
He looks overweight. Coming from me, I fully understand, but I think he looks overweight. Ranger, so pleased he scored yesterday because we was having a discussion before the game. What would you do if he hadn't scored up until Christmas? I'm pleased for him. I don't think he's ever going to be 100% fit, as I would like him to be. If you look at him back when he was in Newcastle days, I'll take what we've got now, very much so. Whether he'll play all the games is debatable. Fortuné, not for me. Scored a lovely goal against Orient, but no, not really. Don't know who else we got.
Leonard.
Leonard 3 years ago was a different class, charging through the middle, going forward, looks the part. Now, oh dear. He swans around at the back and he'll get the ball and he just hoofs it. For Christ's sake, have a look up, pick a pass. You can do it, I've seen you do it. Don't just keep hoofing the bloody thing where nobody is.
Mick O'Neill.
Not good enough. No. I had big aspirations for him when we had him on loan. Come back full time. No, thank you.
That's true, because he actually finished yesterday right back anyway, wasn't he? So the question about Dimitri or Wyatt is could be a moot one anyway, because is Wyatt fit?
Cipriano, loved him. Felt a bit unlucky to lose his place at Bolton.
But again, it was abysmal on Tuesday.
Yeah, I can't comment.
Sokolic.
Sokolic. Nah, he'll go. Even though I'm shirt sponsor of him, but he will go.
Jack Bridge.
You won't
Jack
get
Bridge. I like Jack Bridge, but he's never going to get a run with Brown, is he? Brown doesn't. For some reason, Brown doesn't like playing youngsters. He wants kids who come from the academies of the Premier League sides. He'd rather play them.
Dave Mooney.
Where do you want to start?
He's out for ages anyway.
You don't need me to say, do you? He's probably having his best time with us now. He's out injured.
Yeah.
Ryan Innes.
Yeah, to be fair, I quite like Innes. I think he's a big lump. I think he's going to be. I think he's useful. I think he's useful. He's young. He's big. He's a big lump, and you can use him if you need to. And late in the game when you're struggling, you need something up front. You can stick him up there and just use his eye. That's him.
Jason Williams.
Very disappointed. Very disappointed. Williams looked the part when he first started. Now he just looks like a big tub of lard who really whether he's confident. If you're, I don't know what Brown's doing to him.
He's going to be released, isn't he? Let's face it. There's no way.
Another year?
He's clearly not going to get a chance. He's not done anything when he has had a chance.
Oxley, accident waiting to happen.
Yep.
It'll be brilliant 1 minute. And
no, I think that's a bit unfair. I would say Oxley is an accident who's already happened.
No, that's harsh. I think that's harsh. I think
Ted's got to get out and get games somewhere. He needs games.
Yeah.
Whether in the new team,
whether it's the conference.
Well, it'd be under 21s now, wouldn't he? So it'd be different. So yeah, it's not that he's been dropped.
Have I missed anybody?
As such. I think that's pretty much it.
I think.
Well, we've been rabbiting away for 40 minutes now. So right, I think what's the next game? Who is it next Saturday?
Bradford
at home. So at the end of the day, Scott, would you make any changes from the starting the starting levels?
Yeah,
Dimitri for White/O'Neill.
Yeah.
No, White's out. What will be able to
and a 2-0 victory.
So you wouldn't bring back Wordsworth?
No, on the bench definitely. But I think keep it the same at the moment.
Okay.
With McLaughlin on the right hand side, I had.
Yeah, and Timlin on the left.
Yeah, and Atkinson was in the middle. That's how the second half was, wasn't it? And it seemed to work. Yeah. So that's that. 2-0 win.
Score draw.
Yeah.
So I don't think be capable of keeping a clean sheet against them.
Don't you?
No, I don't. No, I don't. I don't think
Fortress Roots all 3 months without defeat now since we lost at home.
I'm not saying I said a score draw. I think it'll be 1-0.
A draw,
yeah. 1-0.
Yeah.
Don't even ask me about Wordsworth.
Yeah,
AKA Princess Tippy Toes.
So yeah, so what do you think? Are you going for a draw as well, or do you think we're going to win?
2-0 win.
As soon as you've had most of the conversation at the start, the middle, you might as well have the end conversation as well.
Well, obviously I'm going to go for a win because I always do. I think it's got to be definitely the same team. Chris Hart's considerably more confident than any of us. I think it will be a win. I'm going to go for 2-1. Certainly don't think 3-0. We only win 3-0 away. But I would keep the team the same. But at some point, Wordsworth is going to come off the bench. And then he will, don't necessarily mean in that game, but at some point he will, and he'll be back in the team, probably at Atkinson's expense, in my opinion. But yeah, I think it's got to be the same starting 11 except with Dimitri. And so I think that's
fair enough.
None of us have gone for a defeat then.
No.
Doesn't bear thinking about.
Onwards and upwards.
Yeah. All right. Excellent. All right. Well, cheers everyone. Thanks for joining us for another episode of Blues Over Booze. As usual, this episode will be on YouTube in a few days' time as well. And please join us again next week, where we will be reviewing the hopefully another terrific win this time against Bradford. So, cheers and good night.
Well done. And what's it say there?
Hang on. Question from Simon. How do you describe Saturday Night's season using only the title of an Oasis song? Well, at the start it was "Stop Crying Your Heart Out," but hopefully by the end of the season it will be a Champagne Supernova. And on that note, cheers everyone. Good night.